Everyone's kindness, empathy and compassion has been truly humbling. To all those who are continuing their own cancer journey, I remain with you, side by side, hand in hand. Out of darkness can come light. So let that light shine bright.
Welcome back. Well, that was an extraordinary glimpse into Kate and William's family life in the video that they've released, announcing that she has finished her chemotherapy. In just a moment, I'm going to be talking to our very own producer, Helen, who's been behind our Change and Check breast cancer campaign. Her children were the same age as George and Charlotte and Louis when she was diagnosed herself. But first, though, let's join royal editor Russell Myers. I mean, really, we haven't seen anything like this before. I thought it was very beautiful, very moving, very sincere.
Yes, absolutely. Good morning, Lorraine. Well, I think you're totally right. We haven't seen anything like this from either the Wales family or any other member of the royal family. It gives you an absolutely candid portrait into the sort of intimate aspects of their life. And I think that's exactly what Kate and William wanted to convey. It's been a very, very testing time for the Princess of Wales over the last 9 months. She spoke about having to have a new perspective and a renewed focus on her life. And certainly this family first element of paying tribute to the people who have really got her through these really testing times.
No, absolutely. Why do you think that they released this now and with so many? I mean, the images of the children are beautiful.
Well, it is. It's beautifully shot by Will Waugh. He's a cinematographer who has a relationship with the Waleses. He's filmed them just before they were preparing to go to the coronation. He's been with Kate at a baby bank in the past. But as Kate said herself, it's a new term. The kids have gone back to school. She's feeling rested and refreshed after the summer period, and she's looking forward to getting back to work. But it is still, in the balance. I mean, doctors will tell you that you're not sort of cancer-free. The palace were very mindful of this, using that language, because it needs to be in remission for a certain amount of time, depending on her treatment plan. But it is fantastic news that she's ready and willing to get back to work. And I think even though there will be a different schedule in her future, it is welcome news.
It's really hopeful, actually. That's the thing that I took from it. An awful lot of hope and positivity and optimism and all of that. When do you think, though, we might see her back? Because I think everybody's missed her.
Well, certainly. I mean, we've seen her a couple of times over the summer. She was at the King's birthday celebrations in June for Trooping the Colour. Then we saw her with Princess Charlotte and her sister Pippa at Wimbledon. But I think perhaps she might do a couple of engagements before appearing with the rest of the royal family at the Cenotaph for Remembrance Sunday in November. But again, there'll be plans for her Christmas Carol service in December. But it'll be very much, sort of baby steps, I suppose, to get her back to work. But as she said in her video, very much looking forward to getting back to duties.
Absolutely, Russell, thank you. And she should just take it at her own pace. And when she's ready, that's the main and the most important thing. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
now,
Ryan.
one particular moment from that video really struck a chord with our producer, Helen Addis. Now, as we said, Helen's 3 kids were the same age as the royal children when she was diagnosed with breast cancer back in 2018. Here's what Kate said.
The last 9 months have been incredibly tough for us as a family. Life as you know it can change in an instant. And we've had to find a way to navigate the stormy waters and road unknown. The cancer journey is complex, scary and unpredictable for everyone, especially those closest to you.
Well, this really resonated with you, didn't it?
It really did. My guys were, like you said earlier, is the same age as Kate's kids. And, yeah, when you're given that cancer diagnosis, as a mum, it wasn't just to me, it was to my whole family, and we had to navigate it as a unit. And, like Louis, I had little Belle, who was 5 years old, and she couldn't understand why, my hair was falling out and why I was feeling sick all the time. Yep. And my eldest, who was the same age as Prince George, very much understood what cancer was, and understood what it could lead to. So you're navigating their emotions through it as well as your own sort of physical and mental health through it all.
No, exactly, and it's telling them as well. It's that thing of, especially when they're different ages.
Yeah.
How much do you tell the wee ones? How much do you tell the older ones? That's hard.
It is so hard, and you know, they like I said, their understanding of it was so different. But my eldest said to me outright, "Are you going to die?"
Oh, Helen.
And you know, how do you how do you answer a question like that?
Yeah, it's really hard.
You know,
it's very difficult.
Yeah,
it's very difficult because you're trying to reassure, and it's this thing about cancer. As we've said, we've talked about it a lot with the campaign, with Change and Check. It doesn't just affect you.
No,
it affects, as you said, your whole family. The ripples.
Yeah.
It's and people don't know how to handle it. It's very difficult.
Definitely, and it doesn't stop. So that moment, if you're lucky enough to ever ring that chemo bell, your journey, it almost starts there. For a lot of people within the cancer community say, it's well documented, that then it becomes the hardest part of the journey, because all of a sudden you're not surrounded by your medical team anymore who are checking you and making sure you're okay, and you're let out into the world again.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, did that happen to me? And how do I stop it from coming back? And even now my kids say, is it going to come back? Are you going to get it again? Yeah. So it doesn't stop. As a mum and as a, you know, as a cancer patient, it stays with you.
Yeah, it's always there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's always there. It's always there.
Yeah.
You know, interrupting your peace of mind, you know, and those the wee small hours of the evening, you know, of the morning, I should say, it does. Yeah. That video, though, it was quite remarkable. It was quite remarkable. Did you find it comforting that even someone like from the royal family's saying all these things, going through all these emotions?
Do you know what? I watched it with tears in my eyes because I felt like I understood exactly what she was trying to get across.
Right.
That it's still her at the end of the day, and the most important thing to her is her and her children. And the other really poignant thing that she said was about how those of you that are still going through it, I stand with you hand in hand, because survivor's guilt is a very big thing. I'm sure she has sat there thinking, you know, I'm perhaps one of the lucky ones that have managed to get to this point, and I think she really wanted to get that across in that video. But also just seeing her with her children and the love and the unit and I just hope that she has the same amount of support, because it's a lonely old thing going through cancer, because the cancer community is phenomenal, and I hope that within her four walls that she's reaching out to the people.
I hope she is.
I hope she is.
I agree with you, Helen. I really do. Thank you so much, because that's hard for you to talk about that, and I really appreciate you doing that, because it really has brought it home to all of us. Thank you.